right, I hope everybody's doing well out there. I have Mark and Dr. Doohickey on the phone already, or on Teams. Renee, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. We'll give everybody a few more minutes to join and then we'll get started. We have a good change of pace to start out the festivities this evening, but we'll get to that in a minute. We'll give everybody a couple minutes to join. Dr. Doohickey or Mark, if you want to say hello, go ahead.
Hey
Hey there.
everyone, hope things there.
Good evening. Happy to be here.
We'll give it another minute or so and then we'll go ahead and get started. And it looks like we have Ed joining us. Good evening, Ed. How are you? Looks like he might still be on mute.
You can't hear me?
Now we can hear you. How's it going, Ed?
Okay. I was saying that I'm under the weather here. I've been sick for the last 4 days.
Oh no.
Yeah, I got a bug or something from my granddaughter. But I'm okay. I'm surviving.
That is unfortunate.
But so true when you have grandchildren.
They're always sick. They're always getting something.
And they always want to cuddle.
Oh yeah.
It's worth it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, certainly. I got to bring you up to date, Lenny, on my error that I was getting on the H2D.
Oh yeah, give us an update on that while we give folks a couple more minutes to join.
Yeah, they sent me a box that contained um, a big piece of plastic that included a server motor, and the server motor is about maybe an inch, and the box was about 2 feet tall. So I had to take the server motor out of that piece of plastic because they don't have it separate, and they I had to take the rear panel out and take a little wheel out, make sure that there's a little magnet that holds the wheel, and there's a screw that they don't fall. It falls inside the cabin of the printer, and you can't find it afterwards. It was a mess. I ordered magnets to make sure, the big magnets to hold uh, the screws together, make sure they didn't fall. And what fell was the little plastic cylinder that actually rotates. It has spokes and wheels, and the server turns it. Anyway, to bring the flaps up. To make a long story short, I finally put it in, but the damn plastic fell in, and I had it there for about a week until I ordered a little uh, thingy to be able to pull it out with a light. Anyway, I got it on, and it turned on, and the damn thing is still giving me the same error. So I send it back support tells me that I did it wrong, that I had to put the way did it. I did it wrong, and I showed no, I did it right. Here it is. Look at the line, the way it is. Oh yeah, you're right. We're going to send you a new one. Maybe that was defective. So they send me a new one. I had to undo it again, take the panel back. It's like 32 screws in the back. Unplug, I get the server out, put it back on. Long story short, I spent about 5 hours in the first time. The second time was like 3 hours. Put it back on. I'm still getting the damn same error. So now they tell me, well, it might be the other one. So like, we're going to send you two pieces, and you got to take the power supply out, and you got to. I said, I'm sorry, I can't do that. This printer was not even 3.5 weeks old when it started giving me this issues.
So
Are you
see,
sending?
like I thought it was suspicious, and I made a comment about it that it said to keep that giant box so you could return it if needed.
Yeah.
It says that somewhere like on the top of the box or whatever. Yeah, I'd be telling them they're eating that printer. Send me a new one.
Well, I told them that, and they said I know we're going to send you these parts, and then before you know,
Not even
they
RMA
send me the
that.
part, and I said, who's going to come into my house to install it? I already spent like 8 hours in the other two, and we're still investigating what it is. And this printer was less than a month old when it started giving me problem. And by tell you the truth, it prints fine. The only issue is that if I print ABS that requires to shut the flap up,
And
bring the flap up to seal
I
it.
still haven't printed with any ABS. I should try that. I'm gonna try that tomorrow and see if
Yeah,
I get the same error.
I printed quite a bit of ABS. I did uh, some little canister for desiccant to put inside the spools. So in case I have them in, drying the filament, that I think ABS is probably better than PETG, but I have a lot of PETG that I've used. But anyway, but I wanted to try the ABS, and when I did that, it started giving me the error, and it prints fine, but it won't close the flap completely. And if I manually close it in the middle of it, it brings it back down. So I told them I'm not going to accept it, and then finally they told me that either I can give them a credit card and they'll send me a new one, and when I ship the other one back, they'll give me a credit back, or for me to send it back and they'll send me a new one. So I said I'll do that, but I still have questions in terms of the process because my H2D came with the AMS, and I don't know if I need to send the AMS back also or keep it. How
No,
am I going
I
to put
don't
it
think
together?
it's not a different box because the AMS was inside of it. I would imagine they have RMA units ready to send. I would hope.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know if they want what they want me to send back. And the other issue is that the
I doubt
box
it's the
is,
AMS, but I'm sure
well,
it's
yeah, me
just the
too, me too.
HTD.
But I want to make sure. I don't want to. Oh, you send me the AM. And the other thing is the box. There's the strap. It's a nylon strap that holds it together. I have to cut that to be able to get. How am I going to seal it? I have nothing to seal the box.
It has those little clip things that go in the little holes or whatever, and then I would just tape it with some Gorilla Tape or whatever. That's crazy. Yeah, keep us up to date on that one. That's going to be interesting. All right, so
And
today we're going to start out a little bit different than what we normally do. And Dr. Doohickey sent me a video of something interesting that he did. And we're going to watch it on YouTube together. So, Dr. Doohickey, do you want to go ahead and give an introduction to the video here? And I have it loaded up here. You're on mute if you're trying to speak.
Sure. Yeah, I thank you for playing this. I basically use MagSafe for everything. I've got some of these cool setups all over my place, like my kitchen and then my desk and my workspace, so that I can mount different stuff. And so I figured I would make like a universal mounting system that fits with MagSafe. And so This is kind of the system, and I'm making it open to everybody. And so I'm developing videos to show how to put everything together. But that's what it is.
All right, well, cool. Well, let's watch the video, and go ahead and leave a link to the video in the chat if you'd like.
Was beyond excited
Okay,
when the
thank
MagSafe
you.
charging platform for iPhones was first released. The magnetic array used for mounting items meant I could not only charge my phone wirelessly, but I could mount custom items onto my
I don't know if
phone,
the sound
and I
is
could
playing
mount
or
anything to any other thing with a unified
It is.
design language.
It,
But the problem became that there weren't a lot of ways
so everybody in the chat, I believe YouTube can hear it, but I don't think you can hear it in Teams. Dr.
Oh, you
T.
can't?
No. Let me know in the chat if you can hear the audio for the video. I'm not sharing a screen or anything, so there's no way for audio to get to Teams right now. Yeah, they can hear it just fine. So maybe mute your mic and turn up your TVs, then you can hear it.
Yeah.
But make sure to mute your mic, or to be feedback from all get out.
to make objects mountable to this magnetic array. There were some magnetic stickers, but they weren't strong enough for many of the mounting applications I was interested in. That led me to develop 3 basic design elements to make practically anything mountable to this magnetic array. The first design element is this, the magical holder. I engineered it to secure anything that fits with MagSafe charger dimensions. The compliant mechanism inherent in the design is strong enough to hold items firmly in place long term. No glues or adhesives are needed. It also features a push tab to allow easy removal. Just press firmly and pop out your device. But what if you want to mount something and don't want or need to charge? In comes the second design element, the magical ring. Its magnetic array allows for aligned magnetic attachment to items with the correct matching magnetic array or a ferromagnetic interface like a simple metal ring. It fits right into the magical holder, and to hold especially heavy items, it has a small ridge around the puck's diameter that locks into place. A complementary part of the magical ring is an adhesive-backed steel ring or an adhesive-backed magnetic array you can attach to items as varying as a tablet, a mirror, or headphones. These steel rings are available at plenty of sites, and they're easy to apply. While the magical ring and the metal ring do allow you to securely mount items, they do not charge. Just like other MagSafe platforms, docked devices can be rotated on the magical ring for portrait or standby or landscape modes. The third design element is a simple, stable hinge you can adjust by pushing a tab and rotating the hinge. And the hinge center is hollow, reminiscent of K2SO's joints, just because I thought it was a cool looking design feature. This is so the cable can be stowed easily when using MagSafe chargers, but not when it's actually charging. In some applications, cabling can be snaked through the joints for a cleaner look. Applied together, I call these design elements the magnificent platform. And with this platform, I was able to do some things I'm excited to share. Check them out in my montage.
So if you flip that around and put your iPhone on there and turn a little flashlight on there, you could have a little iPhone lamp too.
Yeah.
Over a series of videos, I'll be going over the designs I showed in the montage. I'll also show new designs as I mature the magnificent platform, add features, think of new applications, and create new integrations. If you'd like to see them, please like and subscribe. If you have any other applications or integrations, please put them in the comments below. I'd be excited to have a dialogue about functional design and 3D printing. And if you hate the designs, feel free to critique them. In fact, feel free to share them with Gabe at Slant3D so he can critique them. Gabe, just don't call my designs stupid unless you call them stupid awesome, okay? In the future, I'll be giving away prints of these designs, and I'll be sending some to subscribers to critique and to give user feedback. Additionally, I'll be having a 3D printer giveaway. Stay tuned. Also, there will be shenanigans. Stay tuned for the shenanigans, big and small. Thank you for your time and interest, and I hope to see you next time. I'm guessing you were wondering if I was going to address the claim I made in the thumbnail. Well, it's true. One of the inventors of MagSafe is named Kanye Lim. If you type his name into the Google, Kanye Kim results show up, and I don't know what that's referring to. But anyway, according to the Google's AI overview, Kanye Lim is an academic researcher at Apple Incorporated. He has 4 published articles and 935 citations. I posted a link to the MagSafe patent below, and while it's not exactly a page scroller, it's cool to see the history and the prior art for this cool technology. Told you, there'd be shenanigans.
Jellyfish lighting is an all-in-one permanent.
Really, really cool, Dr. Doohickey. Really, really cool. What did you guys think? Leave a like in the chat if you like that. I thought that was really, really cool. And all of that is on Maker World, or are you putting it on Maker World, Dr. Doohickey?
So there's a significant delay, I think, but it's not on Maker World yet because I want to put together some videos on how to assemble everything. And so I'm like making the whole a whole setup for how to put the magnets in, make sure they're aligned, how to assemble the hinges, and some other applications.
Yeah, that looks really, really cool. Really, really cool.
Thanks.
And you left a link to it.
Yeah, and I'll put it in the comments too.
Yeah, be sure to go smash the like button on Dr. Doohickey's videos so the Google algorithm likes it. Go ahead.
Yeah, and if you subscribe and then email me, like folks from Lendizzle's channel, I'll send you one of these so you can give feedback if you'd like.
There you go. Be sure to go like and subscribe with Dr. Doohickey and his channel and get some cool stuff there. So let's dive into some of the prints. This is from a longtime subscriber, probably one of my very first subscribers, D. Simoleon. I'm not sure if he is on the chat. I did send a link to the teams as well. Not sure if he can join. But this is a really cool Predator versus Alien Hue Forge Came out really, really good. Really good quality.
Oh, I didn't realize that was a 3D print. I thought that was like a hand drawing and it was like your background. That's really good.
No, it's a Hue Forge. Yeah, like the quality on it is really, really good.
I'm Team Predator, by the way.
Yeah, nobody likes that alien. That's funny. Yeah, that turned out really good. The Hue Forge, if you get the settings right, it turns out really good. Like right up here, like that does look like his brain is in glass or whatever. It looks crazy. Super crazy.
Have you seen the new Kickstarter that is going on that prints? It's similar to a inkjet printer, but actually prints in layers. Have you seen that?
Mm-mm.
The
It's been
Eufy or UFI.
yeah, exactly. They've
Yeah.
already raised $45 million.
Wow.
I mean, I've seen some of the. I think that the problem is that it used a lot of ink and it's expensive. The ink is expensive. That's going to be the issue with it. If it
I
wasn't
wish
for
I could
that,
afford that software.
but is the software not included in the printer?
No, the UForge software. I wish I could afford that.
Oh, but it's that's cheap. That's like $25.
Now they did a price hike on something not too long ago, and it took it right out of my reach because I'm retired.
How much is it now then?
The one that you get so that if you want to sell your prints is up over 200.
Oh, I see. Well, I don't sell anything.
Yeah, I don't
I
sell anything
I just print
either.
it. I just give everything away. I print a lot, but I give to a bunch. I mean, I have. Um, I do print use for, but I don't originate original. I mean, I usually download from people that actually have done it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, not sure we have the right to the image to even do this anyway, right? Like so yeah, I don't have that. I think I paid $20 or $25. I haven't used it in a while, but I'm sure it still fires up. I'll have to check it. But yeah, if you're trying to sell these, I mean, if you could sell enough of them, that 200's not too bad. But if you can't sell any of them, it's pretty pricey for some niche software.
Yeah, the hard part is you do something like the last time when I did Batmobile. You know, um, if that's something that a lot of people that grew up in that day and age wouldn't mind having a copy of.
Yeah.
Yeah, the original Batmobile, if you remember, Len.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one with the two pods, the two cockpits, basically.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got to own the image and then own the right to do the Hue Forge for licensing. And I think the image part is, the DRM on that, the digital rights on that is what'll get most people from selling stuff like this. Because if you don't have the DRM on Predator or Alien, who cares about the
Right.
Hue Forge license? You ain't got the license for these images to begin with. And like, I'm pretty sure what is a license to use Predator gonna run you probably more than $200. I would imagine. I'd imagine it's probably $1,000 or more for these images right here to use. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, they're trying to get you on everything that you can resell. But yeah, the images alone is probably what's going to hold most people back. In the Batmobile too, I don't know what the DRM is on any of those images unless you hand draw them or whatever. This is a really cool print. Let's see what else D. Simoleon got for us. Oh, wow. Some chemistry.
Is that COVID?
I don't know.
Let's hope not.
This is the only way I want to see a computer virus, is if it's 3D printed.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know if that's a virus. I don't even know what it is. Some sort of representation of a molecule.
And it looks like there's spirals in there too, so maybe these little lollipops kind of wiggle with some spiral springs.
Interesting. I wish D.
Maybe it's
Simoleon
a
was
midget
on.
toy.
Yeah, it's some sort of something. I wish he was on to let us know what it was. It looks cool. Looks super intricate. I wonder how many pieces. These look like they're all separate pieces. I wonder how many individual pieces it is. Interesting. Let's see what else he's got for us. It turned out pretty cool. That's pretty big. There's the coffee cup for comparison. Kinda.
Hey, check it out. It's Superlin.
It's super simoleon.
Lenny, did you talk about the sale that Bamboo started for the anniversary?
No, I didn't.
There's they have a 3-year anniversary sale that started this past Tuesday, I think it was.
Oh, do they have
And
filament on sale? I need to get some more.
I think the filament is just. There is some sales on other filament, but they still have the cheapest one is the $13.99 for 6 rolls of basic or matte. But they have others. I mean, they have other up to 40%, and they have a lot of Maker World accessories. If you buy more than 4, you get up to 40% off. I mean, there's some sales and printers too. There's some sales on printers, not the H2D. And I got a voucher. If you sign up, they're going to be giving, I think, 20 printers away up to H2D. I think somebody already won an H2D. You need to sign up for it. And there's I got a voucher, $50 off, since I have an X1C. I have 2 X1Cs actually. To buy a AMS 2 Pro, $50 off coupon.
Yeah.
So
All right.
you should have gotten an email.
Yep, probably went right to my spam, but it's all good. All right, let's see what else D. Simoleon is printing here. Oh, wow, another He Forge. Wow, that one real. I wonder how many colors this is.
White, black, silver.
At least
Looks like there's a blue in
4,
there.
right? It's
Yeah,
at least
yeah,
4,
blue.
right? Like the blue gray, the silver,
Yeah, blue gray, probably blue gray.
gray, and black, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that came out really good. Yeah, I haven't been on their site in a minute. I need to go on there and get some filaments. I'll check out the rest of the stuff on there. That's good to know. Everything but the H2D.
But sign up for the free giveaway. If you need to sign up, even though they have you on their Rolodex, you need to sign up for the prizes. In case, I mean, likely you're not going to win, but hey, who knows?
Yeah.
Somebody does.
Yeah, I'm good on all of that stuff. I work in corporate America. Hard pass on that. And then Tim says, hello, everyone. What's the difference between the AMS and the new AMS? A couple of differences. The new AMS does drying within the AMS, and then what else? The tubing and everything is way easier to get to than the first one. And what else does it do, Ed? I
It's
think
faster.
that's
It's like 60%
oh,
faster.
it's faster. The little rollers
Yeah,
in there
yeah, yeah.
faster.
And it also has a purge valve that it'll spit out the humidity outside, because the problem if it's sealed, the humidity stays inside, and it forms
Mm.
little uh, pellets of water inside the chamber. But this one actually purges it out. It has these two valves, one in the back and one in the bottom. It's much faster.
Yeah, it's
Oh, if
if you're getting an AMS or looking at getting another AMS, Tim, I would say it's worth it. Get the little power adapter with it as well.
the, the other thing is also the uh, where you put in the filament. They changed the material. I think before it was plastic in the old one, and the new one, that area I think is made of what is it? Some hard.
Ceramic,
I'm
I
not sure.
think.
That's
It's
what it
not
is.
ceramic. I don't think that one is, but like BQ has a ceramic upgrade for it. I got one of
But what
those.
that
Oh, okay.
what did they put on the new one, on the two Pro, because they changed it.
Yeah,
There's,
it's something. The little inserts or whatever you want to call that little contraption there where you insert the filament. That's all
yeah,
new and better or whatever. But I don't think that piece is ceramic. But I think it's supposed to be better than
lasts
the old
longer.
ones, last longer. I don't know what type of plastic they're using with it.
It's much faster too. Much faster.
Yeah, it's worth getting. I wouldn't get the old one if you're looking to get a new AMS, Tim. I would get the new one, and you can mix and match. You can have one old AMS and one new AMS. Just don't mix the cables up. And the way that I did that is just go to Home Depot or get on Amazon and get some colored electrical tape and just put a color yellow or green or whatever on the new or the old cable for the AMS, and that way you won't get them mixed up.
Yeah, I think the problem is with the old cables don't work with the new
It won't do
AMS
the
2 Pro.
drying. It won't do the drying.
Exactly,
I think it'll do everything but the drying. It'll. I
exactly.
don't
But
think the because I think it's a 6 pin. They're both 6 pin connectors. I don't think one of the pins is connected in the cable or it's not in the right place or something. But I think it'll do everything but the drying. But yeah,
yeah,
just put a
so
colored piece of electrical tape and you'll be good.
the point I was going to make is you can use the new cable on the old printer, but you can't use the old cable on the new printer. So the old cable can only be used on the old, and the new cable can be used on both. That's what I understood it to be. And now I understand that the software update, you can actually have it dry as you're printing. I haven't done that yet. Have you, Lenny?
No, I haven't. I haven't tried that. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go change a roll of filament real quick.
Right. Commercial break.
Technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties. This segment brought to you by Smeagol and the Precious.
Precious, as you go.
Yeah. Has anybody been affected by the potential NC changes? Heard that there was some clarification recently regarding that. First, people thought that maybe they were going to ban all licensed prints, and then they kind of changed it.
I've seen a lot of YouTube talking about it, but I don't sell anything on Etsy, so I don't know anything about it. I mean, I've seen like 4 or 5 YouTubers talking about it.
Yeah, same here. Mountain Maker is the one that I remember like kind of stood out. There's another person that actually emailed them directly to get the information.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, what I heard was they announced it like a year ago, but now it's when they started implementing it. That's what I heard in one of the YouTubers say.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. I don't sell anything, so it doesn't affect me. Man, this turned out really good too. His eyes look crazy. That's what, 4 colors as well? 3 colors?
I'm always amazed how this damn thing prints is incredible.
Yeah,
huh?
it's so crazy how good it
Yeah.
looks. It's really amazing. All right, let's see what's next. It's a tesseract. Just kidding. Yeah, this octopus has 100 legs. That's super crazy.
Yeah, that's a tetrahedra octopus.
Looks like a virus.
It's the virus of the sea.
Exactly.
That's funny.
Yeah, I like the color. Yeah, the color palette kind of reminds me of like, what is it? Those Firebirds that kind of had like the yellow and the red, and what was her name from Thundercats? It was like, I think like a lioness or something, or cheetah or something. They kind of had this kind of like fire color. Either way, I like it.
Yeah, it's like it's also like the retro like 4x4 square body Chevy stripe color too.
Right.
Or the Toyota uses, I think, this color combination too for their little stripes on their racing and 4-wheel drive stuff. But I do like it, and it's the Deutschlander flag colors as well, or German flag colors. All right, super cool. Thank you, Mr. Smolian, for sending those in. Smash the like button if you liked any of those prints. We'll move on to the next one. And these came from Dell. I don't know if Dell is joining us today. This looks like a trash can liner. That's really cool. That actually looks really good.
Wow. How did they get it to stand up like that? During the print, was there support in there, or was that base mode?
I think it was flat. I think it was flat.
Oh.
Or maybe it was in vase mode or something.
Oh, it must be in base mode. No, it's probably just flat. It's probably just flat.
I don't see the seam anywhere.
It has to be flat.
Do you see the seam?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah.
Right here.
Oh, okay. I'm surprised that it was able to stand up.
Is there?
Look right
Is there
there.
a seam there? Oh, yeah. It looks like there's something there.
But
that's something that large could stand up.
Print seam, though. That's a print seam.
Yeah.
That's not a separation
okay.
seam from it being flat. So I think it
So it
was
That's,
may,
printed
so
in
maybe it
phase mode.
is, maybe it is phase mode.
hmm. Wonder,
Interesting.
well, I mean, it
That's
looks
pretty
like it could
cool.
be a few walls thick too, right? So maybe, that's like three, 4 walls. Maybe it's just a regular print.
See, that'd
Pretty
be a
cool.
really good way to make a lampshade too.
Hmm.
Yeah,
If you
for
flipped
sure.
it over and made like a lampshade like that, then you could make different color shades or use that translucent PLA or PETG. Or you could even do that and make like a stained glass one. Wow, really cool. Really cool. Let's see what else we have. Some filament holders, those are a must. I have like 30 feet of that, nowhere near as much as Hotfix, but I have like 30 feet of those filled up to the brim.
Yeah, this is like the dirty secret of 3D printing. It's like, oh, that's a good looking filament. Let me order that.
Yep.
It's like 90 rolls.
Yeah, you're not 3D printing unless you have 100 rolls on your wall. That's funny. All right, that turned out super cool. I wonder what filament this is. It came out really shiny.
I
The
know.
eyes on this one are crazy. And really cool color choices on this one too. And that looks like it's in an aquarium or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely, yeah.
The eyes are crazy. It looks
I've
funny.
been to Easter Island, off the coast of Chile, in the middle of nowhere. It's impressive. That place is just incredible. Where they have those gigantic stone. These things are massive.
What are they called? Don't they have a name? How big are they?
Yeah.
They're like
Oh,
really big,
some
right?
of them, some of them are, I don't know, 40, 50 feet, 60 feet, maybe more than that.
That's
I mean, they weigh
crazy.
tons. There's some that you see them, they're being carved from the mountain that were never finished. You can see them there. Um, it's amazing. I mean, it's you see them all over the place. But this island is in the middle of nowhere, the middle of the Pacific, in the middle of nowhere. To get there, it takes from Chile. I think it was like, I don't know how many hours, like 5 hours flying out there. They
That's
have two flights a
crazy.
week.
Yeah, that's that's impressive. I guess when you're that far out, you need something to do. Like, hey, let's make some gigantic statues
Yeah,
of
Yeah,
stone.
got some
and
spare
they were
time.
Polynesian. They were there for I don't know how many thousand. I mean, like a couple thousand years.
Isn't this the one where they ran out of trees or something?
I think that they, for the most part, they did destroy the majority of the trees. I mean, now you do see some trees there, but not a lot of native trees. There's some palm trees in some areas. Um, there's not a lot of vegetation. There is some, but not a lot. It's not a very volcanic island. Big craters. I mean, humongous crater. A very interesting place to visit. It's worthwhile. I mean, I was there only for a few days. I had some business trip in. This is like 15 years ago in Chile. So I had a weekend between a couple of days that I could do something. I said, I'm going to go out and fly out there. So I went with a friend. It was interesting.
Yeah, that'd be really cool to see. Really, really cool to see. All right. right, let's see what else, Dell. Yeah, these turned out cool. I wonder what kind of filament this is. It really does look like a rock.
I definitely thought that was stone.
Yeah, I didn't think this was 3D printed. That's some really good. Speaking of those 100 rolls of filament, here's another one we all need to rush out and buy. I wonder what filament this is.
Yeah, this is Easter Island / Stonehenge filament.
Filament.
I've only got 50 filament reels on my wall, so I guess I haven't joined the club yet.
You're only halfway there.
That's it.
You're only halfway there.
I think it depends on your throughput. How many rolls have you been through?
Yeah, empty boxes counts.
Right. Well, in that case, I can build the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, I could 3D print.
I
half of
repurpose
Colorado.
most of my empty rolls. A lot of my empty rolls have the Christmas lights rolled on them.
It's a good idea.
That's a good idea. Yeah. Yeah. I saw a guy who turned them into like lamps. Like there's a million ways to repurpose. And that's a really cool one to put your lights on them.
Yeah, mine's are just so that they're not all tangled up next year when you go to put them up. They're all rolled on a reel.
All right, let's see what else Dell has for us. That's an interesting
Dummy
pose.
13.
That's an interesting pose for it.
Taking a sniff.
I'm surprised that hasn't caught on more. You don't see a lot more of them.
I know. I've been wanting to print one of them. I should do that. I have not printed any of them either. I have been
There's
doing garage upgrades the past few weeks. I haven't done a whole lot of 3D printing other than stuff for the garage upgrades.
there's some folks that have done some life-size versions. It's pretty impressive.
Really?
There was a video with somebody driving around with one of them in the passenger seat and the looks they were getting.
So you can go in the, what are they called? The multi-passenger lanes or whatever.
The HOV.
Yeah, the HOV. That's high occupant.
I could
vehicle.
just see somebody strapping it to the roof of their car and driving down the highway with it.
They need to make, or I wonder if they've made one for Murderbot yet. Have you seen that on Apple TV? It looks funny, but they need to make one of these with the Murderbot face shield on there.
No, I haven't watched it.
It's a pretty
It's
good
creepy.
one. A stop motion movie with voiceover. Yeah, Dummy 13 movie with stop motion. That'll really get your skills cranked up on Final Cut, Dr. Doohickey. do a stop motion movie with Dummy 13s and you'll be a pro at that thing.
Could you just
Next
picture
video,
someone driving down
20.
the I-5 with that on the roof of their car?
Thinking next video will be out in 2050.
Yeah. That's so funny. No, what you need to do, Marcus, put like 7 of those in your Fiat and drive that down I-5 and see what kind of looks you get. One on the roof too.
Somebody ought to come up with a costume that looks like the seats of their car and then have one in the passenger side two in the back seat and nobody driving.
Yeah, that's a way to avoid police attention.
Technically, it's not illegal. I'll check this one out.
What is this pose?
Playing the air guitar.
It looks like ballet.
Emoting for a play, some Shakespearean acting.
Yeah, for an opera.
Maybe that's an El Dorado yoga pose.
There you go. There you go. You know, I saw an interview with a guy who designed these the other day, and he's coming out with a bunch of new stuff. It's very, I mean, it's very well done. I mean, they snapped it together perfectly. It's a great design, and you know the movement on them is just incredible.
I think the only thing that they suggest are the joints, not to print the joints in PLA, to print them in something else.
Yeah, I think on PTG, that's what he said.
I think one of those guys has a dry skin problem.
One of them is real and one of them is 3D printed.
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah, no, look, the one on the left is
It's real.
is
It's a real one.
concrete or stone or whatever. The
Yeah.
one on the right is 3D printed. Wow, that came out great.
Hmm.
So did he scan it and then print it? Is that how we got that? Trying to see they're exactly
Maybe.
the same. Yeah, it looks like it's the
Maybe.
same model. Really close.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's not exactly the same, but
Very,
they look
very
close.
close.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
a little bit different.
Yeah, it's a little different. Look
Little
at the.
different here, little different here. The head is in a slightly. It's like down into the left.
Yeah, the smile's a
here
little
to the
different.
right there, it smiles a little
The
different.
smile's a
but,
little different.
man, if you can make that in Blender or whatever, you're doing something.
But I tell you what, this new AI software to convert pictures into STL files, it's somewhat incredible, man. I tell you, it's incredible. And that's just the beginning. I think in a year from now, it's going to be all over the place.
Yeah, it's super high quality and like realistic, like transference of like what
Mhm.
the picture is conveying, like what's going on behind the picture, quote unquote. Yeah, it's a
Mhm.
little bit scary.
Yeah.
Crazy. It's like the root beer filament. It's an interesting candle holder.
Mhm.
It's like there's different little patterns on there. It's very interesting. Like different top layer patterns on each of these little pieces, or at
Yeah,
least
it
different
looks
directions.
woven in a way.
Yeah, like almost woven. Interesting.
Yeah, I wonder how you did that to get them to be almost book matched in a way.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. It's like you took plywood and cut it straight at an angle and then book matched it all together or whatever. It looks crazy. Yeah, I wonder if that was in like Fusion or if that was done in studio or something. 'Cause that looks it's a cool effect.
Hey, Lynn, did I tell you that Big Tree Tech sent me a new plate?
No, that's good.
Yeah, I sent them a picture of it, and they sent out a replacement.
That's good. Yeah, if you
Oh
haven't done
yeah,
these filament racks yet, do
and he's a Makita
those.
man. It looks like.
I used the was it the rip wrap plate setup?
Yeah, I think that's the one that I use too. They're all pretty similar. It's the same thing, two tubes or whatever. But man, it makes difference in organizing for sure. Keeping everything off of your table,
I was going to say getting everything off of the floor.
floor, table.
Yeah.
My filament I
Now,
bought
I wasn't trying to
for
wrap
my
myself out, but thanks. Just kidding.
I was saying that for my filament I bought these cheap, inexpensive stands from IKEA. They're like I think they're like $14, and they have room for about 25 spools. So I have about eight
oh,
of those.
Wow.
what's it called again?
I can see if I can find the link. It's like IKEA. They're let me see if I find them.
Okay.
If I can send the link. I think they're like $14.95. I think it is each one.
Okay. Cool. Thanks. Yeah, I as you saw, I made a multi-board adapter for the MagSafe too, so you can mount keep your phone off the table too when you're working.
Looks like he made a spray cap so he doesn't get his fingers all dirty.
Or is that the paint he used for his Buddha?
Yeah, that's the root beer colored spray paint.
Yeah.
All right, Dell, if you're out there, thank you for sending in pictures of all these prints. If you liked any of these prints that you saw, be sure to smash the like button. Next on the list
Great stuff, Dale.
is Ed. Let me get these open up. And then Ed, go ahead and talk us through the prints for the past 2-3 weeks here. Those
Oh,
turned out cool.
that those are called lemmings. They're my grandson loves this program. I think they're made in Montreal, French Canadian. It's Grizzly and the Lemons. So he asked me to print them out, but I have several versions of it. This is just the first one that I found. It's a funny character.
Yeah, I
There's a
haven't
big
seen
bear,
that one.
Grizzly. It's a big grizzly bear. He laughs every time he comes here. He wants to see it. Big grizzly bear, and these things are like 15 of them fighting with a bear. They poke at each other. It's funny. I mean, like my grandson loves it. Anyway, that's what that is. That's in Maker World.
I like the eyes look funny.
Hmm.
All right, let's see what's next. Wow, that chrome Cobra turned out real nice. And it looks metal. You'd never guess that was 3D printed.
Yeah, that's it's silver, satin silver.
Did you slow down the outer wall and all of that, or just print it normal?
I I just printed in standard. I think this is Bamboo Lab silver satin, and I just use the default setting.
Wow, it's super shiny. Like it really looks like metal.
Yeah, I think I printed this in EX1C.
All it needs is the red tongue sticking out of the
Yeah.
fangs.
Yeah. I think that was a feature you could print and stick it on and then print and stick glue it on there afterwards. But those things never last, especially with the grandkids. Forget it.
Nope. It's
Is
a
that a
pug
little?
invasion.
Is it a pug
Yeah.
or is that a French bulldog or whatever?
I think it's a French bulldog.
They just keep multiplying and multiplying and multiplying. Just kidding.
Yeah. There's a lot of them. When I print one, I print that one was AI generated. The one before this one, we go back one. I did that in AI. I mean, I just
Oh,
went to ChatGPT.
this
The,
one.
the one before this one, go back one. No, go back. That one. That one was AI generated. I went to ChatGPT and I told him what I wanted, and it gave me the framework, and then I went to Maker World and I imported the picture of what it gave me, and I got that out of it. I had to change the colors and stuff, but
That's
came
crazy.
out pretty good.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, I came out pretty good. I like those. This is probably my favorite of the AIs that I've done.
Yeah,
I can
My
this
see
looks good.
that.
my
Scary that you can
grandson.
make that from me.
I'm sorry.
I said it's scary that you can make it from AI. Like this just looks
Yeah,
so good.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
good
I know,
quality.
I know. You know,
ChatGPT don't care if you sell it on Etsy.
they gave me a hard time. I said it's for personal use. I don't sell. I had to. It kept on saying no, but you can't do this. You can't print it. It gave me a hard time trying to give me the information, but I said it's for personal use. I don't sell anything. But it has some features in there built in.
So check out, do a little research, Ed, on Hugging Face and Ollama, Ollama. And what you can do with those things, Ed, is you can download these. They're called large language models. These Chat GPTs, or generative pre-trained transformers is what GPT stands for. But you can download the raw model to your computer. If you have a decent Mac, or if you have anything with a good NVIDIA GPU, it definitely works a lot better. But you can download the AI directly to your computer, and you just go into the command prompt and type it in there. It's not that hard, and that way you kind of circumvent all of that copyright and can't do this and
I see.
this is
I see.
dangerous and all of that. You get around all of that, and it is literally a couple clicks of the mouse and open up a command prompt and start typing
Mm.
in prompts. It's not super
But does
hard.
it take a lot of storage memory?
No, no.
No.
Like Llama 3, I think is like 8 GB. The model is only,
Okay.
and that's the Meta one, the Facebook one, and that's a pretty good one. Llama 3 and or I think Llama 4 is either out or is coming out. And then there's a Mistral 7 billion parameter, Mistral, Mistral. 7B. That's a really good model just for chatbot and asking questions.
Mhm.
But both Hugging Face and Olama have the text to image generator ones. So you can
Mm.
go in there and do things like that, or watch a video on how to set up stable diffusion on your computer, and that's another text to image generator. Does the same thing.
I'm amazed how fast the damn thing works. It's incredible how fast it
Yeah.
responds. Incredible, incredible. I'm amazed by the technology. It's going to change the world. I tell you,
This is what
it's
I've
coming.
been doing for the last five
Oh yeah.
years for HP.
Oh
It's what
really?
it's
Okay,
all
man.
AI stuff. Yeah.
It's going to change the world.
Yep.
My son is an attorney and he works for the major law firm. And he was telling me that they had a big meeting where they said that it's going to change the way they practice completely.
I was the
He's a litigator.
third. I was the third person at HP to be focused on AI, like super focused on AI, and everybody told me nobody would do this stuff. And boy, they're eating crow now.
Hmm.
So you're going to be the reason we don't have a job. Is that what you're saying?
Um,
This,
so the way I tell people is like this: like I don't think that AI is going to take your job, but people that are using AI damn sure will.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
it's going to change, but you know what? This is just the way it is. Uh, you know, it's going to change
Uh,
things the way we do, and other jobs are going to come around, but it's going to
Yeah.
change the way. Uh, his law firm is a major law firm,
Yeah,
and
I
they're
was
the
the
largest in
third
Florida.
person at HP dealing with AI, and there's, I can't say now, but there's a ton of people that are working on it, as you can imagine now. And
I'd
that
like to
yeah.
hasn't
see
taken
them.
any job, it's just created. And then in the companies that we work with, we've seen them grow too. And I haven't seen personally it take any jobs. I'm sure there's some examples out there, but I haven't personally seen it. I've just seen it where they've, like, all of these companies are looking on how they can use AI to, I mean, and they do want to do it safely. Like that's their biggest thing, and like how to use AI for security is the biggest thing that they're doing. But like how to use AI to help people do their job better, or to make their jobs easier, or to make the end product of whatever they're making, better or whatever. So it's pretty cool. I mean, there's some nefarious stuff out there as well, but there's a lot of really cool stuff. Like I see so many crazy things. I've been to several NASCAR races. We work with a NASCAR team. They just showed me they used our computers to do these fuel injection simulations and have this efficiency for fuel injection that they never have before, and they're all giddy about that. And it's all because of the computers that I sold them or whatever. So it's super crazy. I see all kinds of crazy stuff. I work with the university that has these multi-million-dollar microscopes, and these things are spitting out like 100 terabyte scans or whatever, and they use our computers to make sense of it. I work with people using MRI machines that turn trillions of triangles. These this something interesting is like these MRI machines spit out more information than any computer could ever read, and they have to use
Yeah.
machine learning to scale it down to something that can even put an image on a screen. It's super crazy. So I've seen all kinds of crazy stuff in the last 5 years. I've seen all kinds of crazy stuff with AI.
I'd
That's
like
pretty
to see it
incredible.
do the job I retired from.
What was that again? What did you say?
I said I'd like to see an AI do the job that I retired from.
I haven't seen it
What
replace any job yet.
Well, I was
I
law
don't.
enforcement. I'd love to see an AI do that job.
I think it's going to change people's job tremendously. Uh, like my son was telling me, they told him, what you do today, 70% of what you do today, you're not going to do it
Mm-mm,
2 years from now.
mm-mm.
You're going to be
Wow.
doing it, but
That's
differently, because they're going to be hiring significantly less attorneys because the AI is going to take. For example, you need to do research. The AI and write a brief. AI is going to do 70% of it. you need the attorneys that will go back and check it, because I tell you what,
But if
that
you look at like
chat.
how many lawsuits are out there, how many legal cases are out there that could go on that aren't going on, if you make the lawyers efficient, they're just going to take on more cases. It's it's this there's this paradox. It's like justice or just jesters or something's paradox that states that if you make somebody more efficient, it doesn't mean that there's going to be less of those people. It's actually the opposite. Whenever you make things more efficient, people actually do a lot more of it. And I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
that's
yeah.
what we see with AI. It's not that, oh, now it can write briefs so they don't need more lawyers. No, each one of those lawyers can now do more and they can make more money for the law firm. So it's this paradox that we think if we make things efficient that people are going to spend less on it, and it's actually the inverse. And like I've seen it firsthand in AI just blow up. You would think, that you make things more efficient and you would be done, but all it does, it's this vicious cycle. And I talk to people about it. It's this vicious cycle that once you get some return on your investment in AI, you just want to do more. So it just creates more and more jobs and more return on your investment, more and more efficiencies. So actually, they probably hire more attorneys because they can do more efficiently, so they can afford more attorneys to do more work to make more money. That would be the smarter
Yeah.
thing to do than to have less
I
attorneys that are spending less time doing the same work for less money, right? That's the paradox, right? That
Yeah,
would be
yeah.
the efficiency that we think would happen is like the negative side of it, where it would be the positive side of it is actually they would spend more because it's more efficient or whatever. And
right, and that
that's
was
what I've
kind of
seen.
the
Go
that
ahead.
was kind of the dream of AI too, which I like is like we get higher throughput so we can get more things done,
Hmm.
as opposed to replacing people. It's just like we can just do a lot more of the things
It's
that need to be
like
done, critical things.
saying that the calculator moving from an abacus to a calculator is gonna make less physicist or whatever. No, it made like a crap ton more because it made math
Right.
more approachable or whatever. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Or
Yeah.
yeah.
computers were gonna take everybody's job.
What it's
No,
going to
it
do is
made
going to
everything more
transform.
efficient. It made more jobs for more people, right? Like, and
It's going to
that's the
change.
paradox.
It's going to change the world the way we do everything.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's gonna
Uh,
change everything. Like that.
and there's going to be a lot of good out of it, and there could be a lot of bad out of it too. Depends
Yeah,
how it all
that's
comes out.
that's that's with everything though. There's not one
Yeah,
good. There's not
exactly,
one pure
exactly.
good thing out there. That's with everything.
So just to
People
check, did
say
Hotfix
it's.
have any prints?
Go ahead.
I just want to check if Hotfix had any prints tonight.
Not that he didn't send any in.
Okay.
Uh, these are just what do you call them? They're raccoons. My grandson wanted them, so I printed it for him.
And that's the
The,
bamboo blue gray. That's still my favorite
yeah,
color of
yeah,
filament.
yeah. It is. It is mine too.
Love that color filament.
The next picture is a little chick. It's Lola, Lola, and Quack and Lola, two little characters.
Don't let my
My
granddaughter see those.
what's that?
Don't let my granddaughter see those.
Oh, okay. Well, don't show it to them then.
You have your printer tied
Oh,
up
you
for a
can
little
print them. You
while.
can print them. They're in Maker World. That's his, she's called Lola, and Quack is her partner. My son that lives in Louisiana, he's the one that was printing it for his daughter. That's Quack, and so he gave me the link to it. And I printed it for him. For my other granddaughter lives here in Miami. They're cute. They're very easy to print. Printed well.
Cool. I don't know any of these newfangled cartoons, but I'll take your word
Yeah,
for it,
I
Ed.
had, yeah, I hadn't seen him before either. I mean, my son was the one that printed it and was showing it. My granddaughter was showing it to me the other day on FaceTime. So I asked my son, and he told me what it was. So I printed it for my other granddaughter lives here. And when I print one, I print, like 6, 7, 8, depending, and I give them out to friends and other family members. Problem is, I'm running out of space. I got so much. Some of these, my living room is full of.
Yard sale time.
There you go. Here's the same snake, but in gold.
Yeah, it came out super shiny. This one did too.
This is the same Bamboo Lab silk gold. And there's another snake that I printed. We'll see in a minute. And my son wanted, and I wanted both gold and silver. That's the silver and the gold together.
I think it's a few more pictures
If you
down.
ask me, I was just going to say, if you ask me, the gold looks better.
Yeah, on that picture, yeah, I think they actually both of them look pretty good. Yeah, like it depends also on the light and the angle, and the light makes a big difference. I mean, I'm just taking pictures with my iPhone. I'm not using a good. Oh, the iPhone takes pretty good pictures, but it depends on the light setting and stuff.
Yeah, I think the gold. I think Mark's right. I think the gold, and I think Renee said it too. The gold really pops. It just
Mm.
really like pops out. Like the silver looks really good until you see the gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, the gold really, it has a certain type. It catches the sun.
And the eyes actually stand out in the gold.
Yeah, really pops off the screen.
You'll see a different snake in a little bit. These are the same lemmings that we talked about before. The little character with Grizzly. I found this one in Maker's World, and I printed it. I wasn't able to find Grizzly. But the one that I found didn't have any color. See, this Grizzly, I did this in AI. I went to ChatGPT and I told him what I was looking for. Gave me a hard time, about copyright. I said it's for personal use. I'm not going to sell it. Eventually gave it to me, and I was able to print it. My grandson is obsessed with this cartoon, Grizzly and the Lemming.
It would take me a good hour to design that and Nomad sculpt. So that's really impressive.
It take you how long?
Good hour, maybe two, design
Okay.
that.
Well,
Yeah.
this took about 15 minutes from ChatGPT and then transfer it over. I mean, then I had to select the then in Bamboo Studio I had to put a little bit of the color because it was just brown, one color, and I put a little bit of color on the eyes and ears just to stand it out. But I didn't do much about it either. Same with the little guys. I printed them like at I think it was like 10%, 15%. I think it was.
And it's
Because
cool how
that's
you
more or
got
less you
sorry,
got the
I was
what?
just gonna say it's cool how you got the fuzzy skin on there to add
Oh
some
yeah.
texture. That's pretty neat.
Well, that
A neat use.
I did it on Bamboo Studio. When I printed it, I said to put it in fuzzy skin.
Right.
the setting in Bevel Studio.
That's the best snake so far. That turned out really good.
That's the one I was telling you about. That's the gold and silver. I took that one inside the H2D, and that's outside. That's gold and silver.
Is that a stand you made for it?
There's a stand that I had printed for another snake, but I think that this one has a stand too. I didn't print it from the same guy who designed this one. I had printed it before on another snake, and I just used it for this one. It was in Maker's World.
Yeah, that one turned out really good.
My son takes it with him everywhere he goes. He says it's venomous.
This one's cool too. Is that like bronze on the bottom?
Yeah, copper, actually, copper.
Copper.
Yeah, gold and copper. My
That
my
one
granddaughter
turned out nice
wanted,
too.
yeah, wanted in copper. I think the silver, gold and silver came out nicer than the copper and silver. I'm sorry, copper and gold. But she wanted the copper and he wanted the silver and gold. So I did one for each.
Now you got to do silver and copper.
Now this I printed them both with the H2D, and since it's basically two colors, no waste at all.
No poop.
No waste at all. No poop. No poop. Imagine what it would take to do this in the X1 carbon. Now it did take about 23 hours to print, so it took a long time. It's a pretty long snake. It's like 5 feet, something like that.
Really?
Yeah, about 4 feet, 5 feet.
That's
I'm not sure exactly
crazy.
how long. It's pretty long, it wraps. Uh, but so there's a lot of printing on it. I had an issue though. For some reason, the support under the chin of the snake head, uh, part of the support in the bottom touched the snake body itself. And when I took it out, I had to cut around the support because it printed the support around inside the body of the snake and part of it. You can hardly see it, but for some reason, and did it in both. I tried to eliminate it in the slicer, and I couldn't do it.
Hmm.
I said I took it down once before. I cut it off before. You can't really tell. You got to really look for it.
It's crazy.
But it printed well, very well.
Yeah, you can't. It's not noticeable.
No, you can't. I mean, you can. You have it in your hand. You can't see it. It's in the body of the snake itself because it's the support that holds the shin up, and then it goes, since it's wrapped around. There was a picture you showed before. There was of the snake inside the H2D, and it still had the support on. You can see there, but you can hardly see where the support touches the body of the snake. Now these guys, uh, this is on the left is Shadow, in the middle is Sonic, and then on the right is Supersonic. The problem with this is the arms are so thin. I printed like 7 of them for each, and half of them taking the support off, the arms fell off. They're too weak. They're too weak, and also it's also the filament. I mean, I haven't cleaned these. I mean, you can see there has a lot of the body of them are um, that's like matte PLA, and it's not very strong. I mean, the shadow, which is basic PLA, the arm, the black, it's a little harder. But you see, look at the Sonic there, the arm on the right arm, it's almost falling off. You see the corner there, like where the elbow is supposedly on the arm, right there. It's ready to go. Very weak. So those are not going to last much. And I wasn't going to print it again because it takes a long time to print it. There's so many color changes.
Yeah, that's an absurd amount of color changes on those.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The best one came out was the shadow, the one in black in the middle,
Yeah.
because it's my son loves the Sonic, and he plays this game on his Switch, whatever it's called. Fourth of
Plays-
July
Renee?
Benji.
Renee had
Well,
Play
Benji.
asked
Sonic
how
on his.
long.
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Renee had asked how long it took you to do the snake in the H2D. How long did it take to print?
Did you say
The
20
snake,
hours or something like that?
yeah, like 23 hours. The dual color, 23 hours, but no color change at all. I mean, it's because it's a two nozzle. It was basically two colors, silver and gold, or gold and copper. So it's like 23 hours, but it's a big snake. I think the other one, which is only one color on the X1 carbon, I think was like 12 or 13 hours, but it's much smaller. It's half the size. I saw this today, and I said, hey, I'm going to go ahead and print it for the 4th of July. It's a flag boat, Benji. I printed that in about an hour and 7 minutes, actually, with all these color changes. Because it's for the H2D, it was basically two colors, actually three colors.
Yeah, it looks really cool. It turned out nice. I'm just trying to think of how
Different.
you would model that. Yeah. Really cool.
How do they paint the stars on the? I know how they design the red, white, and blue, but the stars are the ones that are a little tricky to put up on there. They have a version without the star, but I thought the one with the star looked cool.
Yeah, that is really cool. How long did it take to print?
I think that took an hour and 7 minutes.
It's not bad.
No, because remember it's it has to
Three
it has
colors.
to, but it has to, yeah, but no significant filament swap, because other than when it was printing the white and the blue, it's when they had the stars. I don't remember how it set it up. I think it was the red and the white were in two different. I don't remember now. I don't remember how it was set up, but it came
Yeah,
up
I can see how
automatically.
the H2D would make that a lot easier. I'm working only with the previous carbon and P1S, but not having to change filament, in one of the nozzles seems like it would just make life so much easier.
Yeah, when you have one primary color, uh, you just leave that nozzle with that primary color, and then do the changing of colors in the other one. So it depends, but it's pretty intelligent. The software it'll actually suggest how to put it. And if you don't have them set up like that, it suggests how to move it around so you can move it around. Now, if you don't want to move it around, you can say, no, just do it this way, wherever they're at, and then they'll take longer to print, and then you'll have more purging. So it's,
Right.
Yeah, it
usually it's
changes
better
the
to
way
follow.
you print having the dual nozzles.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
It's more. I get more out of that than the larger size. Although I'm really glad to have the larger print bed as well. But the dual nozzle
Hmm.
thing, I get way more out of. All right, thanks for all of those pictures as always, Ed. Let's move on to Mark, who sent in a bunch as well with some really cool stuff. So tell us all about these.
Well, my grandson is into construction toys. So I found this on Maker's World and I put it all together. The tracks actually move, the
Oh, wow.
blade goes up and down. And later on, you're going to see that I actually printed a ripper for it that goes in the back, and that actually moves up and down.
That's cool. What's, do you know the name of the file?
Um, Hang on a sec. Let me look it up, okay?
Okay.
Oh, there's the Ripper. That's pretty cool. It even has the little uh, shock or whatever and the little pen, and that's pretty funny.
Yeah, this is a cool functional print for sure.
The bulldozer itself is just Toy Bulldozer, and it's by MOTTN is the designer. And the Ripper is the Bulldozer Ripper for Toy Bulldozer, and that's by BREZ $Z.
Okay.
I think Renee found one of them and pasted it in the chat there for us. Thank you, Renee. Yeah, that turned out really cool.
That one actually got reprinted because if you look at the Ripper, it's missing the point at the bottom of the Ripper. For whatever reason, I did a firmware update and it kept killing it at the bottom. So I managed to redo the firmware update on my X1C again and then go through all the recalibrations of everything with cycling the printer after each calibration, and it finally printed it out with the Ripper completely intact. But I didn't think I needed to, send in another picture. I figured everybody would get the gist of it.
I think it printed perfectly, man.
Yeah, it's just missing the point for the Ripper. You know how the Rippers come down and
Oh,
they
yeah,
have
yeah.
that little
Yes.
bend in the point?
Yes,
It's
yes,
just
yes,
missing
yes.
that.
I see.
But other than that, it came out fine. And none of that is glued. That's all pressed
Snap
together.
on? Wow.
Yep. The only thing I purposely glued was the blade and the little black piece that's there for like the smokestack,
Mhm.
because it was such a small piece and this is going to be something that a child's going to play with. I didn't want to take the chance of something, breaking off or him taking it off.
Mhm. Cool.
And on the back of that, it even printed the orange lights and the slow moving vehicle thing, the sign there. That was a long print. I don't remember exactly how long, but it was a long print to get everything done.
According to this, it says it takes about 19.6 hours.
Yeah, but
According
there's several
to,
different plates. So, you get the 19, but when you go to the different plates, it's not bad. Some of the plates only take an hour, and then the body, I think, was the longest thing that it took to print.
yeah.
And the other thing is be careful with his instructions because he talks about everything being printed at 150%. And I
Uh-huh.
looked at the body, and the body was only printing at 100%. So I resized it to 150. The body needs to be printed at that 100%, or the tracks don't fit.
So the size that he has them are correct.
Yes. Yeah. Don't
Okay.
change anything. Just leave it the way it
Okay.
is, and it'll
Okay.
print out fine. All in all, I want
Okay.
to say overall, it's about 6 inches long and maybe 4 or 5 inches tall.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna try it. Cool.
Now that my wife has a small garden on the side of our driveway, and she just got through cleaning out the bed so that it's just the dirt and her plants that she has there. And I got this crazy idea of printing out these little fairy houses and have her stick them inside of her garden bed. I mean, that picture's not the greatest, but I think you've got other pictures that show the detail a lot better, like that one.
Mhm.
Yeah, that turned out cool.
I mean, I was just using the LED light on my Ender 3S1 Pro to get the bottle and the size, and then I moved over to my desk and tried to get the pictures for the detail. The nice thing about these is the designer made it where the supports came off nice and clean, and you don't really see any kind of scarring on on the prints themselves after removing the supports.
Mm-hmm.
Always change the top Z layer height to 0.04. But yeah, all the little tiny details on that turned out perfect. Yeah, these are really cool. That'd be something fun to. I'm no painter, but if you wanted to hand paint something, that would be pretty cool to hand paint. Look really good.
Yeah, I thought the same thing, and then I thought of actually doing it, and in the slicer, but that took roughly about an hour to print. And when I tried to do the color one, I was looking at almost 7 hours.
Yeah, but
Plus, I was going crazy.
you just do that while you're sleeping.
Yeah. But I was kind of going crazy because the door was brown, the hearts were red, the top was red with white. You know, the leaves were green. I kind of went crazy.
You need some of these 20-hour prints, Mark. Could you imagine how
I
long it
mean,
would take to paint this thing, though? It'd take me 7 years because I'd never get it done. I'd procrastinate on that.
Yeah.
I mean, I might have tried it if I had an H2D and the two nozzles, but yeah, I don't think my X1C would probably go on strike. It's already got over 5,000 hours on it.
That's funny. Yeah, these are all really cool. Did we get a link to the maker that made? Is it the same maker that made all these little houses?
Yes, yep, it's the same one. They're all on Maker's World.
Yeah, these are all
You
really
go
cool.
back in and
These
I'll
would be perfect to put around the garden and all of that little knickknacks. It's perfect.
me go in and look and see if I can't find where I stuck them. The designer, his name is Stigern. And one of them is the Cake Ferry House. And then one other designer, the one that you just saw, the Fairy Tale Mushroom House, that was done by D as in David, N D as in David. I'm hoping maybe Renee, I ran out of filament there as you saw, so I was trying to figure out what would go with that red, the yellow kind of.
Yeah, that did actually work out, though. It worked out.
That was actually a silk red and then just a plain basic yellow, and it just worked like you said. It just kind of meshed together.
Yeah, it didn't turn out bad at all. I think that's a good. If you would have tried to get a red or something close to it, it would have just been tacky. But the
Yeah, the
yellow,
color change just didn't.
like the brightness of it and the drasticness of the change, I think is what makes it work. Like, if you would have tried to do anything close to it, it would have just looked tacky. And this like makes it look intentional, and I don't know, it makes it work. Definitely
Thanks,
makes
Renee,
it
for
work.
putting the link in. I think that one, the pictures on my desk probably came out better than under the light. That one's got a lot of detail in it.
Yeah, this one's crazy.
And like I said, you can see there's not a lot of scarring from where the supports would have been.
You don't really see the
The
occasional,
original,
but not really.
the original designer did a really good job of setting it up.
What filament is this? That's a really cool color brown. Is that just the normal bamboo brown, or what color brown
Yep,
is that?
nope, that's Bamboo's PLA Basic. That one's got all the little grooves under the mushroom. You know, when you look at the bottom side of a mushroom,
Yeah, what was the how much support was under that?
it wasn't that bad, really.
Yeah, this one
Is
has
it
some
hollow
crazy
inside?
detail too.
Is it
No,
all hollow inside?
nope. That's I believe 100% infill for that. You can hollow it out, you know, if you wanted to put like a tea light underneath it and then put it over a tea light if you wanted to do that. But where I knew these were going to go outside, I left it
Mhm.
at the 100%.
I see.
Even the seam that he's got there kind of blends into the detail.
Hmm.
Wow, this one might be my favorite one right here. This one looks crazy.
That's like a ferry house. It's got the full set of ferry wings on it. You can see it off the back, but when you start turning it, you'll see the other set, the bottom set of the wings show up. So you can see the bottom of the wings there.
Yeah, this maker makes some really cool stuff.
Now that my daughter-in-law loves pistachios, and what that is a pistachio bowl. The empty shells fall into the bottom of the bowl, which is that white piece. The nuts themselves go into the green piece that you'll see later on. And then it's got a lid that covers everything up. So if you didn't eat them all in one go, you have a lid. And I was just trying to give you the rough idea of the way it is, and that possum just kind of got in the way. So there you see it with the green piece in, and then you see it with the lid on top.
That's really cool. I need one of those. I love pistachios.
And that was off of Maker's World too.
All
I'll
right,
tell
I
you
think
the,
that's all the
just gonna
pictures.
say,
Right?
I'll tell you who did that one.
Yeah,
Give
let
me a
us know who
second.
did that one. Renee, you could look it up and post it. That'd be cool. Cause yeah, that's really cool. I like the design of this bowl too. I like the swirl
That
one. It's
one's
really cool.
called Pistachio Bowl number 5, and it's by EPIQ 3D.
All right. Well, Mark, thank you for sending in all of these cool pictures of your prints. All of those little fairy houses were cool. If people want to do some multicolor of those, it'd be pretty cool. And Mark, I can't wait to see your hand painted ones. Just kidding. All right, that's all the time we have for this evening. I hope everybody enjoyed this week's stream. Thanks, Mark, Dr. Doohickey, Ed, for joining the stream, sending in pictures. I'll see everybody on the next one. Thanks for watching,
Is there
everybody.
one tomorrow? Hey,
Thanks, Len.
is
No
there
video. No video tomorrow.
no video tomorrow?
No.
I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks. I'm traveling to Canada and Alaska. I'm going fishing with some friends.
The
I'll
Canadians
be
don't
gone
know
then.
what it's about.
I'll be gone next
Take care,
Saturday and the following Saturday. So I'll see you guys in 3 weeks.
All right. Have a good one, Ed.
Okay.
Appreciate
Okay.
it.
Take
Good.
care, guys.
Have fun in Canada.
Enjoy.
Later.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye, everybody.